Oh, it's very dark on that side. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. So today I am going to be doing a very real video. So if you want the realness, this is the one for you. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about where I've been with my me, my life, my personal self, some things I've been doing that have not been good for me, and where I would like to go from here, because I think it's time that I make some changes in my life, because I feel like I've been living it day by day instead of, you know, loving myself, taking care of myself, and thinking about myself in the future. It's like everything I've been doing has just been moment by moment. And a result of that is I've just been so incredibly insecure about myself. And with that being said, I know that a lot of people don't like to talk about like body image and weight and stuff like that. So if that's you, this is not your video. Just wait until the next one. So 2020 has been interesting. It started out at the beginning of the year where I started going to the gym, and that was a big breakthrough for me, going to the gym. I know that sounds crazy, but I was very anxious about it. I was scared. I hadn't been going to the gym since I was with my ex, who was like really fit. So I had my own insecurities in that because he was super in shape and I wasn't. But I hadn't really been going to the gym since that relationship, and going back into it, being completely out of shape and not knowing anything about the machines, and, you know, worrying that I get on the treadmill and try and jog and then be out of breath and that people would see it. Like, I was very anxious about going. Like, I was just, you know, you hear these stories of like people at the gym where they're like judging other people, that are at the gym for being out of shape. Like, you've seen things like that. Most people aren't like that, but I was scared of that. And so starting to go to the gym at the beginning of the year was like this huge thing. Like, I got some new leggings, I got a water bottle, we had like a routine going with our friends. At the time we were still living in that house, so we were local with them, and, you know, we were able to just meet up at the gym, and it was just nice. It was doing something positive for my body. Like, I didn't go for very long because COVID happened, but I already felt stronger. I felt better about myself. I was losing some weight. I changed my diet a lot because I was on a vegetarian diet that was not healthy. I was not getting enough protein. So I was dealing with like I believe that the some of the body aches and pains and stuff that I was struggling with was because of that. But I started going to the gym and eating differently, and I just started feeling better, like with my personal self. You know, I was still in this horrible situation with the house, but I was feeling better about me. And then COVID happened, and before you know it, our gym membership is canceled. And, you know, we do have a local one with our apartment, but I'm so anxious to go because I genuinely do not want to get COVID. You know, losing the gym and that routine that was a positive one for me to get in, it sucks. It sucks so bad to be at this place where I am now, because I look at where I started at the beginning of the year, going to the gym even when I didn't want to, and just pushing through it and doing something good for myself, and how good it made me feel, to now I've gained 10 pounds. I'm at one of my heaviest weights I've ever been. I'm not doing anything. I'm home all the time. I'm too anxious to go to the gym, too anxious to leave my house. I'm eating like shit. Like, I have a binge eating problem, a late night binge eating problem. Like, if there's a box of crackers, I'll eat the entire thing. And it's a problem. It's something I've struggled with my entire life, because if you guys aren't aware, like, I had an eating disorder when I was a teenager. And even though I don't struggle with the type of eating disorder that I had, I still have a weird relationship with my body and with food because of that. Like, in my opinion, if you struggle with that at some point in your life, you're gonna kind of struggle with it in ways forever. You don't have to act on it, but your relationship with food is still skewed. So it's like I don't just binge eat food all the time, but I definitely have nights where it's like I start eating and I go into almost like this zombie-like state, and I just keep eating and eating and eating and eating and eating, and then before I know it, like I ate a whole sleeve of saltine crackers, and I'm just like, how is that fitting in my body? And like I'm not someone that like weighs myself religiously, but I weighed myself the other day and I saw I gained 10 pounds since COVID started, which is like the weight of one of my cats. Cause 10 pounds doesn't sound like a lot, but I don't have like a big frame. Like I'm smaller framed, I have narrow shoulders. So when I gain weight, you really see it. Like it's all in my double chin, y'all. It's all here. And it's like as soon as I saw the number I saw on the scale, I started having nightmares, like legitimate nightmares. I know to some of you that sounds crazy, but I literally had a dream that I stood on the scale and the number that I saw was outrageous. Like no one should be at that place. Like that's so unhealthy. And I woke up anxious. I had prickly feeling all over my body from the anxiety. And I was just like, I need to take better care of myself. I am so tired of letting these bad habits win, of giving myself excuses for why I am the way that I am. I'm tired of being lazy. I'm tired of not cooking meals and ordering Uber Eats all the time and just eating whatever I want and not thinking about like what I'm actually putting in my body. Like I'm tired of not exercising because I don't feel like it. Like I'm at this place where everything, you know, in my life is better as far as like, you know, we don't live in that house anymore. We're in a better environment. We don't have to deal with that stress. But now I have this stress of like just hating myself. Like hating what I see when I look in the mirror. Like sometimes I don't like even, it's hard for me to even get myself to like wash my face because I don't want to see it. Like that's how bad of a state that I'm in with me. And you can't live like that. Like none of us can. Like none of us can be in this state of like insecurity and hating yourself and not loving your own face and your own body and your own mind. And I don't really think it has so much to do with my weight. I think it has to do with my perception of myself and who I am. And I think that I haven't been doing anything to change it. And I've never made a video like this because it's like as soon as I do it, I want to be held accountable for my lifestyle. I want to be held accountable for what I'm doing, what I'm not doing, and that's why I'm making this video. I want to be held accountable for those things. Something that I have been doing a lot in 2020, and I realized it was kind of starting to become a problem the other day, is drinking. This year has been really just depressing for all of us. It feels like there's, you know, nothing to look forward to. Everything feels dull and boring, and you can't go and do all the things that you used to do. And it's just been such a weird year. And I realized, I knew it for, you know, a couple months ago, but I'm just now willing to admit it to myself, that I was looking to alcohol as like a coping mechanism for boredom. Like there's nothing to do, but I can get drunk, and then it makes every movie I'm watching better, every TV show I'm watching better, every video game I'm playing better. Like it makes me happy and I get excited and I get butterflies in my stomach, and then suddenly it's like my day was boring, but now I'm excited. And so I started just like drinking a lot, like literally a lot. And I've been at that place before in my life where I was going through some stuff and it's like alcohol was there, and I do have addiction in my family. I have a lot of people in my family that get addicted to things easily. Like I think most people in my family have addictive personalities, whether it be, you know, with anything, like not even just alcohol and drugs, but just in general. Like I have a lot of addiction in my family, so I know I'm prone to it. And it's really hard to face that, because it's like, do I want to have that feeling that alcohol gives me a lot, where I feel excited to just be alive suddenly, and like I love feeling buzzed. I love the way that makes me feel. It makes everything better, like when I'm hanging out with friends, when I'm doing anything, like everything's better when I'm drinking. And it's like, do I want to give up that feeling? Obviously, I want to have those feelings of excitement and what is it, euphoria, and just feeling good. Like I want that. But why can't I have that without alcohol? And I do believe that drinking is a reason for my weight gain. But it's like, I'm just so tired of getting drunk at night and then waking up in the morning feeling drowsy and drained and just dead and zombie-like until later that night. Or like the nights that I don't drink, I'm still thinking about it, like, man, it'd be nice to drink tonight, but I don't want to drink every night, that's too far, so maybe tomorrow. It's just like I'm in this weird state of like just constantly looking for something to make me feel better, because I'm not happy with my life and myself, and the things that I've been seeking out have been contributing to that and have been making me feel worse about myself. Like, there's so many things about, you know, alcohol in general that isn't good for you. Like a bottle of vodka gone in 2 days. And I know some people can drink it in a full day, but that's a lot for me. That's where it was like the last straw for me. Like the other day, I didn't remember changing my shirt. I didn't remember making a full drink and then putting it next to the bed and forgetting to drink it because I passed out. Like, I didn't remember any of that. I just woke up the next day and I felt so sick. I was in bed all day and I was like, I need to stop doing this. I need to stop finding pleasure and enjoyment in things that aren't good for me, and doing things that like benefit me in the moment but are temporary. I just feel like I've been doing a lot of things that have been putting me into like a negative headspace, and then like complaining about being in a negative headspace and not liking myself and not being happy with who I am, but then not doing anything to change it. So I feel like talking about this publicly and kind of like outing myself at the place that I've been and like putting it out there is something that will benefit me, and being open about it and kind of hopefully going through a positive transformation with you guys. You guys probably know this if you've watched my other content, but I've already been taking out toxic things from my life, like certain social media apps that I feel like put me in a negative headspace. People just not tolerating or putting things around me that make me feel anxious. And things like that have helped me drastically, but also without those distractions of like social media and stuff like that is when I'm realizing like the other things that I'm doing that aren't healthy and that I should be changing. When you're constantly absorbing social media and what other people are doing and you're not like looking at what you're doing, you tend to like do shit and not even realize that you're doing it. You get so used to like being who you are and doing what you do that it's just normal that you're not realizing, wait, like what I'm doing probably isn't good for me. It probably isn't healthy. It's not easy to talk about it. Like, I don't really, you know, get on the internet and talk about my flaws or like the things that I don't like about myself. I don't talk about like where I'm at in my mind about my body and about me as a person. I don't talk about my insecurities. And so it's definitely a very like vulnerable place, but I feel like a lot of us feel that way and a lot of us don't talk about it. And I know that there are people out there that they don't want this stuff put in front of their face. Like, they don't want someone to remind them that maybe the way that they're living their life right now and what they're doing isn't healthy for them. Like, a lot of people want to live in what they're used to and they don't want to make changes, and they're fine with their addictions, or they're fine with, you know, being in that state of mind. But for me, I'm not fine with that, and it's not something that I want to continue to do. I feel like a lot of us has just kind of let 2020 happen to us, and we haven't been making positive changes for ourselves. I actually saw one girl talk about how she's been more in shape from this year than she ever was, because she's been using that time that she has to do where she could be doing nothing like I've been doing on like taking care of her body. And so I feel like sometimes we'll hear other people say like, I have been being lazy this year and not doing anything with my time, and we hear that and it like validates us, like, oh, okay, I'm not the only one doing that. So we feel good in that moment to know that we're not alone. But we keep doing it because it's like validating it, like, okay, I'm not the only one that's acting this way, so I'm gonna keep doing it. And I don't think that that's healthy either. I think sometimes, you know, like I know for me, sometimes I need to be called out for what it is that I'm doing. And I think that I've created some bad habits this year, like with the drinking thing that I was telling you guys about. And like just that last time I was like, you know what, like I can see that this is becoming a problem if it's becoming something that I'm getting way too excited about and is making my day better. Like it shouldn't be something that makes your day better. It shouldn't be something that you're doing like every other day, you know what I mean? And so I need to replace those things with positive things. So Mark just got home from the grocery store, so I'll probably have another part in this video where I talk a little bit more about like what my plans are and my goals, and I'll share a little bit more with you guys about that in a little bit. I did want to vlog some of it. I was thinking about starting a membership with Fabletics, because I thought maybe if I get some really cute like workout clothes, maybe it'll help inspire me, you know, little things like that. So I'll talk more about that with you guys shortly. Well, for you guys, it'll be shortly. For me, it'll be God only knows when. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, so it's the same day. So I told you guys, I think a week or a week and a half ago, that we were gonna be bringing in the treadmill. We asked our neighbors that live below us if, you know, they're cool with us using the treadmill in here, and like if, you know, it's something that they would be okay with. And they were literally like, we sleep with the fan on, we're gone during the day, use it at any point. So we brought in the treadmill, and I have not started using it yet, but I start tomorrow. And I'm gonna just be honest, I am very anxious about it. I don't like doing cardio. So if you're someone that doesn't like doing cardio, same. I hate it. It's not fun. I don't like sweating. It's very painful. I don't have like the strongest legs in the world. I'm not exactly the most athletic. So I don't enjoy doing it. Every time I see people like on Instagram and like YouTube and social media that love working out, I'm like, why didn't I get that gene? Because like, even when I was going to the gym all the time, I still would wake up and be like, God damn it, it's gym day. Like I literally don't want to go to the gym. Like I literally don't. So I feel like, you know, if you relate with that, then we can just feel each other. Yeah, I'm really anxious about it, and I'm gonna obviously like, you know, film a little tomorrow and let you guys know how I'm feeling, because I kind of want to just like document this stuff, because I feel like people get on social media a lot and they like show like this like picture perfect image of like what they think everyone wants something to look like, and it's just not that. Like I'm not gonna get on here and like be like, oh my God, I'm so excited to start working out tomorrow, because I'm not. Like I hate it. I struggle with discipline. I struggle with self-discipline and consistency. Like one of my video ideas I have is just all about my bad habits, the ones that I still have, the ones that I've gotten rid of. And one of those things is like procrastinating and laziness. And the only way I'm gonna stop being lazy is by finding a new routine, and I need it. I think this year, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, I don't even care what it sounds like, I'm just gonna be honest. I wake up a lot this year and think, what's the point? Like, sometimes it just feels pointless to even just be existing because everything is so boring. And like, I'm in this phase of life too where like I like greatly want a family. Like I'm at a place in my life where it's like I want to have kids, and you know, there are things that are preventing that. And I've been so like one track mind about what I want in my life and my goals. And it's like, if I'm not having that, I'm not taking care of other things. And it just can't be that way. Like, you have to take care of everything. Your mind, your skin, your body, what you're eating, drinking water, like remembering to eat. Cause I won't remember to eat all day. And then at night, like I was telling you guys at the beginning of this video, I'll just binge eat like crap. It's not even food. It's just like labeled food, but it's not. But I'm just in this phase of life where it's like, I want more for myself, and everything else feels so boring. And like when I think about like having a family and like being a mom, I realize like there's areas where I have to grow up too. Like, I can't be lazy and be a mom. I can't drink as much as I have been in 2020 and be a mom. And I don't want to be out of shape. I want to be able to like play with my kids and like do things that are high energy, you know what I mean? And like, obviously, like if you are out of shape and stuff, like you're not gonna have the healthiest pregnancy probably. And so it's like, I'm at this place where it's like, I want more for my life. I don't want the life I've been living. It's not fulfilling to me anymore. And the only way that I can make it fulfilling is to change the things that need to be changed, to live better, to live healthier, to do things that put myself in a better headspace. And, you know, whenever I get to have a family one day, hopefully, they'll be coming into an environment that's healthy and not one that isn't. Like, I never want to be like that parent that like doesn't ever take their kids anywhere. Like, I didn't go on a lot of vacations growing up and stuff like that. Like, I don't want my kid to grow up at home all the time like I am. Like, I talked to you guys about it in my video, where the one that's titled How Much Money I Really Made on YouTube. Like, I was talking to you guys about how like when you do YouTube and you work from home, you're like home a lot and like you don't go a lot of places, and you kind of get used to that lifestyle. And like, I don't want to have a child where like they're home all the time. Like, I want to take them on walks and to take them to the park, and obviously, you know, when they're around, COVID won't be here. And I just feel like if there's something I would do differently if I was a mom, then I should do that differently now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if it's bad for you when you're a parent, then it's bad for you today. Like, I'm 30, I'm not 20. I had the time in my life to do all of those things and to live selfishly. And I am ready to live selflessly. I don't want to live like that anymore. So that's kind of where I'm at. And I really don't know at this point, like, what the future holds for me. I don't know if like I'm ever gonna get to have those things or what, but I can change the way that I feel about myself in the meantime. And I'm hoping that making positive changes for myself in that way like makes everything else easier. I mean, I know everything's not gonna be easy just because I'm exercising and eating better, but I'm hoping that I get some of my self-confidence back and my self-esteem gets into a better place. Like, I know what I want in my life and in my future, and I would like to be alive longer to enjoy those things. So, you know, I have to make positive steps for that today, because no one's gonna do that for me. People I've seen growing up, like, they literally would just get married like at the drop of a hat and like start popping out babies at the drop of a hat and not thinking about what they're doing. And you end up seeing a lot of broken families because of that and a lot of bad situations. And so I never wanted to, you know, go into things impulsively and not think about like things in a deeper way. Like I want to know that like when I have a family that I'm bringing them into an environment that's healthy. And sometimes I think that people are genuinely like terrified of like acknowledging their flaws and things that they need to change. And I think that people do that because they don't want to change them. Like the only time you're ever gonna like deny you have a problem with something or you're not in the best headspace that you need to be is if you want to be in that place. Because the second that you want to change something, you're not scared to admit that you have a problem or to admit that you want to do something different. And so that's kind of like where I'm at, is that I want to always acknowledge the areas where I could become better and the areas where, you know, I'm failing so that I can change them. If you don't do that, like you're just gonna just live your life the same every single day. And like, I'm over that, you know? And it's like after we came out of the situation that we were in, like with our house and everything, like I have just been, me personally, in a completely different headspace. Like I am not gonna wait on life to give me the things that I want. Like I'm going to seek them out, and I can't just sit there and say I'm gonna do that and not actively do that. Like if what you're doing isn't working for you, you need to be doing something differently. But yeah, I guess this video is just a lot of like my feelings and like where my headspace has been and stuff like that. And it's not gonna be pretty, I'll tell you that. Tomorrow's definitely not gonna be pretty because I don't want to do what I have to do. But it's what I need to do to get myself into a better state of mind. So I'll be showing you guys, you know, what I got going on, you know, workout wise tomorrow. I would love it if you guys would join me on this journey of getting to a healthier mind and body and soul and all of those things, because we can do this shit together. You don't have to feel alone in it if you hate this crap as much as I do, because trust me, I hate it. But you know what? I hate having nightmares that I like weigh like 20 of me. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of over that. I'd rather have sleep paralysis again than a nightmare like that. Like that's how traumatizing that was. So anyways, I guess I'll wrap it up for the day, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. Boom. It's Monday and it's the day I'm supposed to post videos. So I'm a bit behind. This weekend I was just like trying to prep for, you know, the changes in my life. So I did work out a little bit. I wasn't on the treadmill for too long because the last time I got back into working out, I pulled a hamstring. I think it was a hamstring. And then I wasn't able to do anything with my legs at the gym. So I decided to start slow and kind of like ease myself back into it instead of like throwing myself in hardcore because I want to lose some weight, you know what I mean? Like just, I want it to be something that is like a regular routine of mine and not something I put so much pressure on myself that I have to lose all this weight like immediately and I have to get in shape immediately. Like I want it to be something that is a normal weekly routine. This protein shake is so thick, I need a spoon. Like I genuinely need a spoon. So anyways, I did work out on the treadmill today. I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. I'm gonna do it 3 to 5 times a week. Luna, oh my lord. Y'all just wanna be famous. Y'all just wanna be fame. Come here, bud. Come on. My cats are crazy. I got a nail, I got a toe, another toe. So I need to get new pre-workout. I need to get new protein powder that doesn't taste like donkey balls. And bananas, because if you have protein powder that tastes weird, throw a banana in there. Bananas make everything better, unless you're allergic or unless you don't like bananas. So anyways, basically what I was trying to say is that I did start my workout today. Like today I wasn't as like anxious as I was yesterday. Like yesterday I was like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. I'd rather die. I think it was a good start, you know, easing into it. And we're going to do it again tomorrow. We're going to do it again the next day. But anyways, I just wanted to pop up in here to end this video. I know it was already kind of long and I know that it was different because I'm just talking about just like my feelings on everything and just everything's just been weird lately. And I'm desperate to do anything and everything I can to make it all better. And if you've been feeling the same way that I have, I challenge you to do the same thing. Do something positive for yourself, do some self-care, some self-love. And I know it sucks to hear, but self-care isn't always eating pizza. Like sometimes, but not always. Because if you're anything like me, I'll be like, self-care day, and like eat all the carbs and, you know, diet soda, which I quit years ago and started drinking again. That's another thing 2020 did to me. If you guys want a video on all the things that I started doing in 2020 that I hadn't done in years, let me know and I will definitely film that for you guys, because, you know, we're just gonna be honest about life. What else are we gonna do, you know? People got opinions whether you're honest about it or not, so might as well be honest. This is so hard to drink. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video, for hanging out with me for the past couple of days, for listening to me, for letting me open up to you about how I've been feeling lately. If you've been feeling the same way, if you've been struggling with your mental health this year, just know you are not alone. We're gonna get through this. I'm gonna do my best to post some positive content on here to help inspire you guys to get into a better headspace, while I'm trying to help inspire myself to get into a better headspace. And hopefully we can all just lift each other up and push each other in more positive directions for our bodies, our minds, our souls, and all that good stuff. That's like the thing, is like this video, I want to look back on this video in a year and be like, holy shit, like I'm so different. Like I've gotten, you know, into such a better headspace. I'm so much more happy mentally and physically. Like that's what I want. So let's shoot for that, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, because when you guys do that, it helps my videos out so much, helps my content get seen, and I definitely appreciate that when you guys help me do that. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you guys on Thursday. I just got lip gloss on my hand. Why'd I do that? I'll never know.